Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Monday, July 14th, around 10 p.m. Mountain Time 2025. A huge plasma filament lifting off the sun earlier today. We had a busy day on Earth. 3 major earthquakes we'll talk about, including a damaging one in Spain and more flooding for Texas. So keep calm. It's boom time. Texas flooding live updates. The search continues for over 100 still missing as the death toll rises to 132. The most devastated county was Kerr County. We now have 101 missing and 132 dead. And heavy rains returned to Texas this weekend, 10 days after the catastrophic flooding, and more rivers are flooding now. Over the weekend, 6 to 10 inches of rain fell over central Texas, leading to flooding, including along the Llano, Lampas, and San Saba rivers. And motorists are rescued as new flash flood warnings hit central Texas, and we have the video. Let's take a look here. Sad, very sad state of affairs, what's going on out there in Texas, in the hill country. And we do have some more footage here. This is from Facebook. New flooding on the Frio River, north of Conkin, Texas, at the River Bluff Cabins. There is major flooding forecast to get higher along the South Frio River. The river is forecast to crest this afternoon at its highest level since 2007. The good news, because of the recent flooding, most of the people along these rivers, once the rain fell, got out of harm's way and rose to higher ground. And we've got wildfire smoke still penetrating into the United States from Canada, as well as fires burning here on our own homeland. Air quality alerts in the north as storm increase on Tuesday. Quick look over at the fire and smoke map. Boom! Those are the smoke plumes. Canadian wildfire penetrating down into the Great Lakes region, and U.S. fires choking out just about the entire West. And that brings us to the TornadoHQ.com live severe weather map. Currently 8 severe weather warnings, including 3 special marine warnings, and 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, including South Dakota, Virginia, and South Dakota. Hacken, Jackson, and Millette County in South Dakota now under threat, as well as Butte, Harding, Meade, and Perkins. Heed the warnings or hedge your bets and just come over to TornadoHQ.com for live severe weather updates. You just enable the audio alerts. Oh, it didn't say anything. Oh, here it is.
Greetings from TornadoHQ.com.
And that's it. Then you go about your daily business and wait for the alerts to happen. Then you can come check your PC to see if it's your region that's being affected. Let's take a look at this line of thunderstorms, and you can see there are multiple warnings and watches over South Dakota currently tonight, and I imagine those will migrate to the east as the evening progresses. We also have a line of storms on the east coast here that extend all the way up from New England all the way down into Florida, and those were those special marine warnings out, some in the Delmarva, some of them in the Panhandle of Florida. And that soaking rain will be moving offshore in just the next hour or so for many people. And now the full forecast. Heavy rainfall and flooding in the mid-Atlantic. Heat and wildfire concerns for the West. Slow-moving showers and thunderstorms may result in flash flooding for portions of the mid-Atlantic region. You can see the warnings and watches up on the map there. Meanwhile, excessive heat will continue to build through the West through Tuesday. Heat advisories and extreme heat warnings are in effect. Fire weather concerns continue for the west with dry and breezy conditions. We just had some wildfires pop up here. We haven't seen any appreciable rain, and we are praying for the monsoon to kick in, as well as many of the western states, which are beyond parched. Fire weather concerns continue for the west with dry and breezy conditions and watching the tropics across the southeast. Let's take a look at that tropical update. And the 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook is showing a large region here with disturbance 1, now 40% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. So that's going to be big. And, well, there's going to be some flooding rains occurring with this disturbance indeed. Quick look at the GFS model, and we'll just move it through here, and you can see things could be developing. But it certainly is going to be continuous rain over portions of Florida day after day as we move the models through. Let's run it through here for you. Here is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and by early next week, we could see some major storms hitting the Central Plains there. Take a look at total accumulated precipitation for any flooding threats. Yeah, and, well, that is not the right one. That was the 24-hour. But now let's add it all up. Let's see if we got the right model here. Okay, finally it parsed up here. We're at total accumulated precipitation. Let's walk it through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Could be some flooding threats here right on the border of Nebraska, South Dakota. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here we go. End of the weekend. Major flooding threat. Holy macaroni for Illinois there, as well as Iowa. That is major. That could be 14 inches of rain by early next week. And there is that region in question. So heed the warnings and get out of low-lying areas. Have you heard airport roof collapses as Spain is hit by a powerful earthquake? Not one of the biggest today, but certainly a significant earthquake nonetheless, collapsing, what did it say? A roof, an airport roof collapses. Spain was rocked by a 5.3 magnitude earthquake just hours after the country was devastated by flash flooding and heavy rain. The earthquake hit southern Spain, including a popular tourist hotspot, Costa de la Sol and Alicante. I've been to Alicante. Absolutely beautiful there. And apparently, Spain's National Geographic Institute recorded the quake. And Cabo de Gata is the largest protected coastal area in the Andalusia region. And apparently an airport roof collapsed. But that's not the biggest quake, like I said. Earthquake topples buildings, killing at least 162 people on Indonesia's Java Island. The magnitude 6.8 earthquake hit the region earlier today. There was no tsunami threat issued, but because of poor construction in the country, a magnitude approaching 7 is very dangerous. Tremors were felt in several smaller towns in eastern Indonesia. There were no immediate reports of damage, according to disaster mitigation. Okay, so why? I guess this is from a different time. Disregard what I said earlier. And then also a strong earthquake shakes Panama's Pacific coast with no damage reported. Let's take a look at the quakes. Here is that Panama quake at a 6.2 magnitude. The 6.7 in Indonesia in Tual. And there is that devastating 5.2 magnitude in Spain. It's insane. Collapsing the roof and affecting the vacation coastal towns in the Costa Blanca in Alicante. Worldwide volcano news for the 14th of July. Ibu to 7,000 feet. Liwatobi still puffing. Volcanic ash reported to an unknown height. Liwotolo, 6,000 foot blast there. Popo to 20,000 feet. Dukono to 8,000 feet. Semaru to 15,000 feet. Sungay to 20,000 feet. Kirishima, 5,000 foot blast there. Reventador, volcanic ash observed. Popo, no more volcanic ash. Liwotolo to 6,000. Ibu to 7,000 feet. Kirishima, 5,000 foot blast there. Talika to 5,000. Dukono to 8,000. Semaru, who knew now you do 15,000 foot blast there. Sangay, volcanic ash is possible. Liwotolo to 6,000 feet. Reventador to 16,000 feet. Kirishima, a 5,000 foot blast. Popo to 20,000 foot, Semeru to 15,000, Reventador to 14,000, Ibu to 7,000, and that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. Bringing us to space weather, very low-level activity flaring in the sea range. We might have some coronal hole activity that's coupling with us, sending into G1 geomagnetic storm just 6 hours ago. And we do have this solar prominence or plasma filament that was ejected. This is no danger to Earth. But on the WSA Enlil spiral, we do have this large coronal hole stream that is now being modeled and that is not loading. So maybe what we're seeing, let's see if we got Discover up. Yeah, let's refresh this. Yeah, look at this spike in plasma speed happening in just the last 4 hours. We've gone from 500 kilometers to almost 800 kilometers per second. The BZ is shifting rapidly. The density is acting a little jiggy and temperature is rising. So we do have chance for geomagnetic storming overnight. So make sure you get out and look up if the skies are clear. Okay, so the model's back up and you can see this green ball right here is Earth, and we are now in the thick of that coronal hole stream, which should last for at least the next 24 hours. So we've got 24 hours of potential geomagnetic storming due to the coronal hole stream now hitting Earth. And the biggest Martian meteorite ever found could fetch $4 million at auction. Meteorite NWA 16,788 traveled roughly 140 million miles to get here, crash landing in the Sahara Desert. Absolutely fantastic. One lucky bidder will soon fork over millions of dollars to take home NWA 16788, a 54-pound, 24-kilogram Martian meteorite. This space rock was discovered in the Sahara Desert in 2023, is the largest chunk of Mars ever found on Earth. And Sotheby's, a New York-based auction house, estimates the meteorite could fetch up to $4 million during its natural history sale on Wednesday, July 16th, coming up in just 2 days. So if you've got that kind of cash, go get it. And this is an interesting article. A common bacteria, which is called Escherichia coli, can turn plastic bottles into the painkiller acetaminophen or paracetamol. Absolutely mind-blowing. They've able to do it on a small scale and say that ramping up this production could save the world. Well, I doubt it. Acetaminophen is poison. I don't think anyone should be eating that garbage. And all this is a boon for multinational corporations that are making this poison that they call painkillers. Now, the good news is it does break down plastics, but the acetaminophen byproduct, I think, well, I could care less about this garbage. You want cheap internet? Elon Musk has offered us an amazing deal for you guys out there. You can get free Starlink, a free kit. No, it's not $350 anymore. It's not $600, which is what I paid. It's free for you. All you have to do is get a 12-month residential service in select areas. Put in your service address and see if you qualify for free Starlink. And they even have an $80 a month plan. This is the best internet I've ever had in my entire life. I'll never do anything different. And so I get the residential. I pay a little too much, but I do have a show, so I want the best service. But that just allows you to have 3 channels for the 120. If you just got one person using the internet at your house, all you need is the $80 residential light, and you'll get just as high speeds as I do. So put in your service address, see if you qualify for free Starlink, support the channel, and support your internet and your peace of mind. No more spinning circles, no more waiting for parsing up. It's the fastest, best internet I've ever had. And not only that, if you get the offer and get the free Starlink, you also get 1 month of free Starlink, and we get 1 month. It's a win-win. Go get it. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Half of you watching are unsubscribed. We're trying to hit the 100,000 mark, and we need you to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. We love each and every one of you. Be safe. And that is a boom to knowledge.